Today we're breaking down first-hop redundancy protocols, or FHRPs, for your Cisco CCNA exam, focusing on the critical differences between HSRP, VRRP, and GLBP. The exam will absolutely test your ability to distinguish between these three, so let's get right into it. The most common protocol you'll encounter on Cisco equipment is the Hot Standby Router Protocol, or HSRP. Think of HSRP as a simple, active standby solution. You configure a group of routers. They elect one active router based on the highest priority value, and the rest becomes standby routers. All traffic for the virtual IP address goes through the single active router. If that router fails, a standby router takes over. The key exam takeaway here is that HSRP provides redundancy, but it does not perform load balancing. One link is always sitting idle, waiting for a failure. Now let's compare that to the Virtual Router Redundancy Protocol, or VRRP. For the CCNA, you must know that VRRP is the open standard defined in RFC 5798. This means you can run it between a Cisco router and a router from another vendor, like Juniper. Functionally, it's very similar to HSRP. It elects a master router, and the others are backup routers. Just like HSRP, only the master router forwards traffic. So again, it's an active-passive setup providing redundancy, not load balancing. A common exam trap is to confuse the two. Remember that HSRP is Cisco proprietary, while VRRP is the open standard for multi-vendor environments. The default priority for VRRP is 100, and the highest priority becomes the master. This brings us to the most distinct of the three, the Gateway Load Balancing Protocol, or GLBP. This one is also Cisco proprietary, but its unique function is true load balancing. Unlike HSRP and VRRP, GLBP allows you to use all your routers to forward traffic simultaneously. Here's how it works, and you need to know this for the exam. In a GLBP group, one router is elected as the Active Virtual Gateway, or AVG. The AVG's main job is to assign unique virtual MAC addresses to each router in the group, including itself. These routers are now called Active Virtual Forwarders, or AVFs. When a client sends an ARP request for the virtual IP, the AVG replies, but it cycles through the virtual MAC addresses of the different AVFs. One client gets the MAC for the first router, the next client gets the MAC for the second router, and so on. This distributes the client traffic across all available gateways, achieving genuine load balancing. So how does the CCNA test this? You'll see scenario questions asking which protocol to use. If the question mentions a multi-vendor network, the answer is VRRP. If it asks for load balancing across multiple gateways, the answer is GLBP. If it describes a simple active standby setup on Cisco routers, it's HSRP. They will also try to trick you with the terminology. Remember the roles. HSRP has active and standby. VRRP has master and backup. GLBP has the AVG and the AVFs. A great way to remember this is the phrase, hot standby for Cisco's house, virtual routers for everyone, and gateway load balancing for the pros. This helps you link HSRP as Cisco's simple standby, VRRP as the open standard for everyone, and GLBP as the advanced load balancing option. The key trade-off is simplicity versus efficiency. HSRP is simple and widely deployed, but wastes bandwidth. GLBP is more complex, but utilizes all available links, maximizing your investment.